Well, hello everybody. Welcome to this new live session of Alicia's Word. I'm Alicia, and today I'm live again to talk to you about the things Papa put on my heart to talk to you about. And before we start off, I want to say hi to everybody that is watching live. Thank you dearly for tuning in. And I always want to say thank you to Esther and Cindy for having me on the platforms because I'm live on their platform again. And I'm so grateful for having these beautiful women of God in my life. I'm so grateful for both of them. Um, the Holy Spirit works through them, truly, madly, deeply. And they are such a willing vessel for Papa God. And they make a difference in my life daily. So I'm grateful for them. Uh, and of course, Papa, that he put his trust in me to deliver what he has for me. So last week, I think it was Thursday. It was Thursday, by the way. We were talking about the subject God works through us. We had some Bible verses we read, and I want to repeat them. Uh, I will do so in a minute, but I want to go a little deeper into how Papa wants to work through us. Excuse me. Uh, he- Everybody within the kingdom has a role, and we are all part of Papa's kingdom, of course, and we all have a role. And I want to talk about how we can fulfill that role. But first, I'm going to say hi, Chrissy. Love you too. Thank you for tuning in. Hey, Heather. How are you? I'm excited too because I let him flow through me, truly. So sometimes I don't even know what is coming. He gives me in how do you say that, in headlines what he wants me to talk about, but 9 out of 10 times I just let him flow, and he tells me what to say. So that's what I do. But I want to repeat the verses I read last Thursday because I want to go a little deeper into that, and I want to pull up another verse that's really important in this teaching. So we're going to go to Ephesians 3 verse 20. Now to him who is able to do immeasurably more than all we ask or imagine, according to his power that is at work within us. So that is really important for us to keep in mind. And John 14, verse 12 to 14. Very truly, I tell you, whoever believes in me will do the works I have been doing. This is Jesus talking. And they will do even greater things than these, because I am going to the Father. And I will do whatever you ask in my name, so that the Father may be glorified in the Son. You may ask me for anything in my name, and I will do it. So last week we spoke about um, excuse me, uh, how Papa wants to work through us, how you can be a vessel for Him. But I didn't went into details what I really wanted to tell you. I spoke about a lot of things, but I didn't really dove into the matter. But I want to talk to you about building of, not even building the kingdom, because we are all building the kingdom. But I want to talk to you about your role in the kingdom. So I was referring to Ephesians 4 till 11. So I didn't open it. So so it's like my computer is listening to what I'm saying. It just popped up. So I'm going to read it for you. Verse 11 till 13. So Christ himself gave the apostles, the prophets, the evangelists, the pastors, and teachers to equip his people for works of service, so that the body of Christ may be built up until we all reach unity in the faith and in the knowledge of the Son of God and become mature, attaining the whole measure of the fullness of Christ. Of course, this is talking about the what we all have. Fivefold administration, and that is, we all have that. But the fact of the matter is, some people are I do believe, I need to be specific. I do believe we are all teachers. We are all teachers in our own manner. We are all teachers, um, spreading the gospel. So we are all evangelists. Um, but I do believe that not everybody, even though you have it in you, not everybody is going to be a pastor. So that's one thing I believe. But that, because of the fact that you are not a pastor, it doesn't mean that you're not important to the kingdom. You're maybe even more important to the kingdom than a pastor is. Why so? I'm gonna let you know why so. So stick with me. Because the work the pastors are doing, it's as simple as that. It needs to be, for example, funded. A pastor needs funds to reach people. For example, when you have a church, like I'm going to use Saturday evening church because I'm a part of Saturday evening church. One thing that comes with having a church is, we don't have our own building yet. So one thing that comes with that is rent. With paying rent, you also have to pay for utilities, lights, water. And then, like what we do at Saturday Evening Church, we provide people with an hot meal before every service. So that brings costs with it. What else do we have? What kind of cost do we have? Uh, Equipment, because we need equipment. Um, I know you only buy certain things one time, but you still spending that money. So you need funds for that. So what am I trying to say? You have so many type of roles within the kingdom. You've kingdom builders and finance, the people that finance the kingdom. So that can be in different kind of roles. You can be a business owner. You can work for an employer and fund the kingdom, because I think that role is even more important than being the pastor. It's not like being the pastor isn't important at all, so I'm not saying that at all. But the thing, what I'm trying to say is that, um, the pastor is the face of the church. The pastor is delivering the message, the word to the people. He is a shepherd for the people. But for the pastor to stand there, you need the people in the background that, for example, fund the church, because that rent needs to be paid. Even when it's not, when it's your own building, you still have to pay the mortgage. So without people in the back financing the kingdom, the pastor is going to, do it like I do. I love to make jokes, by the way. Need to do it like I do it on the internet, so I can reach people, and still it works. So there's nothing the matter with that. But we need everybody in the kingdom, and not only, um, when I'm telling you, we are not all pastors. You can fund the ministry of a pastor. But what is also important, for example, Chanel, I introduced Chanel to you a couple of times. Um, she is working in the background with me on my ministry. I need that help also, because I'm, how do you say that nicely? I'm getting a little bit older, so I'm not up to speed about all the technology that is going on right now. And I know a lot, by the way, because I grew up with a computer. I grew up on the internet, but I'm not as far as the youth. And yeah, with me getting a little older, I need help. So Chanel, for example, is building, in the background, my ministry. So that's an important role also. So she is contributing to my ministry. So, another example, my husband, I'm trying to publish something. He's working on the background to get my stuff published. So I want to talk to you about this. When I tell you we all have different roles within the kingdom, it's not so that we only are, one of the five roles we just talked about, the pastor, I need to read it again for you. It's not only the apostles, the prophets, the evangelists, the pastors, and the teachers. It's not only that. Um, we also need to have uh, people that work in the background. So I know this is for somebody. So Papa is showing me somebody. He's highlighting somebody for me. Doesn't matter how small your role seems to be. It looks like it's insignificant, your role within the kingdom. It looks like your role doesn't mean anything, but it's so important. Like the people that clean the toilets after service, that is so important. That is the people that do the dishes after we serve dinner at our church. So the people who do the dishes after church, the people that clean the toilets, people that mop the floors. Your roles are so important. It doesn't matter. Your role doesn't have to be this big. You are contributing towards Papa's kingdom, and we need every single one of you. You are so important. Please don't hesitate that what you are doing doesn't make a difference in the kingdom. It does. It sure does. So when the pastor is done preaching after service, he doesn't have to cut everything short and run to the restrooms and clean it up. You are helping him so he can focus on prayer for the congregation or something. I'm just coming up with something. Um, so I just need you to know, I really need you to know how important you are and how many different types of roles there are within the kingdom. Because it is not cookie cutter. It's not just everybody needs to fit in this box. No, we need every single one of you. And not only that, I want to amplify for you that sometimes Papa gives us ideas of what we can do, or how we can contribute to the kingdom. Papa gives us the ideas. Papa gives us the ideas, and he gives us all the details. I'm going to give you my example. Uh, Papa gave me a business idea for, I think, almost 3 years ago. No, no, I need to be specific. He gave me the idea, I think, 6, 7 years ago. Uh, I did not know by then that it was from Papa. My work was, I told you about my work. I wasn't there yet. I didn't understand it was from him. I thought it was from myself. And he told me what to do. But because of doubt, I was really doubtful. I hesitated and I didn't start it. So like 2, 3 years ago, I think maybe 3 years, I don't know. Uh, the idea came back up, and he told me what to do, but he didn't only told me what to tell me what to do. He gave me all the specifics. So everything I put down in writing, everything, from A to C. And I that's one thing for me, and as for you it could be different. But that what happened, why I didn't go through with it, it's not that I didn't go through with it, it's on hold for me. Why is it on hold for me? He didn't give me the go. He told me preparation time is never wasted time. So I had to prepare all the steps of that business he told me to start. Everything is ready, but he didn't give me a go yet. He told me to hold on to the idea a little longer, and when the time is ready, he will give me the go. So, but also for you, when Papa gives you an example, because this is the opposite of the example that I was trying to give. When Papa gives you an idea and he gives you all the specific details, so I need to let you know this: when Papa gives you ideas, he's going to be really specific about the details, because it's not you building the business. It's Papa building the business through you. It's Papa working through us. Yeah. So he's going to give you all the specifications. You just write it down, and the only thing you have to do when he gives you the go is start. But the thing we do, and That's in line with what I told you that I had like 6, 7 years ago when I thought the idea was mine, because that is that's a mistake a lot of us make, that we think ideas are our own, but it was really Papa. Um, I hesitated. I was doubtful. I wasn't doubtful about the idea. I know the idea was good. I still know, and I'm fully. Um, I stand behind the idea because I can see the end. How do you say that? The end result. But I was so doubtful about myself. I was doubtful about my abilities. I was doubtful that I, a simple girl from Amsterdam, could be pulling off a business idea like a concept like that. I was so doubtful that I was going to make it. I was doubtful um, that it would work out. Everything. I was so in I was in disbelief. That's the conclusion. I was in disbelief. I can make it prettier than it is. I was in full disbelief, and because I was looking at self, I was looking at myself, and when you want to do things on your own, in your own understanding or your own abilities, certain things can be difficult. And some of us, we do succeed in our own understanding and abilities, but most of us, it's kind of hard. So that's why I was after I got the idea back then, I told you like 7 years ago, I was like, I need to finish my bachelor degree so I know how to start. And I was trying to fix me to get better. But I was searching for a validation in a degree. But we don't need validation in form of a degree, or in validation in form of people. The only validation we need is from Papa. And if we give Papa the stage to work through us, and do it through us, right? We will succeed. We are more than conquerors. So he told me to park the ID for so many years, I told you. And then a couple of years ago, he told me to pick it back up. And then he gave me all the specifics. And the difference between now and 7 years ago is that even though I'm maybe incapable, but I don't believe I'm incapable. Why don't I believe I'm incapable? Because I got Jesus on the inside. Hey. Um, but even if I was incapable, I'm not going to do it on my own. I'm doing this with Papa. I I trust in him. I trust in him. I trust in his guidance. I trust in his vision. I trust in his judgment. So when it's time for me to move, when he tells me, Alicia, this is the time, go, I know it. I will be successful because I don't trust on myself. And I know this is for somebody. Just trust Papa. Just trust the process. Let him work through you. Don't try to do things on your own. Let him guide you every step of the way. When he tells you to halt, how do you say that? To stop, stop. When he tells you to go, go. When he tells you to go a little faster, go a little faster. When he tells you to stop, just halt and wait a minute. So, because he knows what he's doing, he knows what is best. He knows what is best for you. He knows what is best concerning the idea. He knows what is best for his kingdom. So just trust the process. Don't try to uh, uh, skip steps, because that's me. Sometimes when I get an idea, and I think that's where the doubt came in. My fear of failing, I think, is because sometimes I get an idea, and instead of taking all the steps, working to the end, I am like, let's go to the end right away, and then I miss a few steps, and then back in the day, my ideas failed, and that's why I became really doubtful. That's how doubt came in my life, and I did not know how do you say that, because of so many failures I was so afraid to fail again. So that's how you let spirits come in that we don't need on our lives. So don't be like Alicia. Be mindful of how you move, how you act. Don't try to do things on your own, in your own understanding, because sometimes it will fail, and then you can open yourself up towards things we don't need in our lives. So be really mindful. Trust Papa. And now you're asking me, how do you know for sure that the ID comes from Papa? And I'm gonna say it again. It's in the relationship between you and Papa. Um, I always tell you, it's important to know the word, but it's more important to have a relationship with. No, I never say that like that, but I always I keep hammering on. You need to have build a relationship with Papa. I'm sorry, but you do need to build a relationship with Papa. That's true, but you also need to know the word. So the word also is important, but you need to know the word in combination with a relationship with Papa. So when you know the word, you know who you are. Because the relationship, Papa is going to show you what he means by his word. He's going to explain to you what is written in the word, so it can live in you. You understand what I'm saying? But if you say you are a child of God, but you do not know what is written in the word, if you don't know what is written in the Bible, when the attacks come, because most of the time it's hard to say, it's not cool to say, but when you're on the right track, many times we receive attacks, we get attacked. And when these attacks come and you don't know who you are in Christ because you do not know the word, it will set those attacks will set root in your life, and we don't need that. So the only way to know what Papa wants from you, the only way to know what Papa has for you, the only way to know how Papa wants you to move is by knowing the word and having a relationship with him. So I hope I inspired somebody. If it was for everybody, it's beautiful. If it was for one one person, it's also beautiful. Papa told me it's not about. Sometimes it's not about all the viewers. Sometimes it's just about one person, for one person. And somebody pointed out to me the verse about how the shepherd leaves his 99 sheep behind to go find the one lost sheep. And I think this is it. That's what I needed, and I'm so grateful for every single one of you for listening. Maybe this is not for you, like I said before, but it's for your sister or your brother or your uncle or your nephew, niece. Share this video so it can bless them if they are going through a hardship, or are falling. How do you say it? How to come up? If you are falling a victim of doubt, share this with them. And of course, also be prayerful, be very prayerful. And I need you to know that sometimes when you don't know what to pray for, and if you don't know the words to use in your prayer, just be honest towards Papa and tell Papa, I don't know, Papa. At this point, I'm coming to you, and I don't know, and I need you, but I don't know what to pray, but I need your guidance. And Papa, he will guide you, because he is so loving, and he's so merciful, and he loves you so much. He loves us so much. You know what he did? He gave Jesus, but he loves you so much, and you are so important to him. You are so important to him, so important to me, so important to the kingdom. And that's why I'm telling you, no role within the kingdom, no role within the kingdom is too small. We need every single one of you in this kingdom. Scrubbing toilets, um, fixing dinner, uh, funding a ministry. We all need you. All of us are important. So thank you for listening. I'm going to say hi to everybody. Um, live. I need to watch later on because I'm at work. I don't see the name of the person. Hey, Terry, how are you? Aaron, good morning from Texas. Love that. Um, and Jackie, good morning. How are you? Also from Texas. Can't wait to come to Texas. I've been telling y'all, I every time I go to the States, I'm like, I'm going to go to Florida. I'm going to go to South Carolina. I'm going to go to Texas. I'm going to go to Louisiana. Never been. I haven't only been in Georgia, Alabama, and Tennessee. So I really need to do that one day because I want to see all the places. I want to go to California also, but that's not my top priority. I want to see the other states first. Uh, Thank you, Chrissy. Love the story of the lost sheep. Yeah, that's it. Because every single one of us is important to Papa. Every single one of us is important to the kingdom. We are every role is necessary, and I need you to know, as long as you let God flow through you, you are building the kingdom. As long as Papa is flowing through you, you are building the kingdom, and every role is important. There isn't any role bigger or smaller than the other one. So I need you to keep that in mind. So I thank you. This was the teaching for today. But I want to let you know, I introduced Chanel, like I said, and in the nearby future, she's going to start teaching on this platform also. So you're going to see her. I think it's going to be on the Wednesdays. I'm not sure yet, not 100% sure. Um, and also on the platform of Cindy, and I think also on Esther's platform. I'm not sure yet. Um, because we need to fine tune that. But please welcome her with open arms also, because she is finally ready to step out, and that she's sitting on so much wisdom. If you knew how much wisdom she has on her inside, it's so it will blow your mind. So we need her to come um hop on board. So please welcome her with open arms and show your love towards her. And I don't know which week she's going to start. I don't know if she's going to start tomorrow or next week, but she will be here. And what is also I think it's fun. We are starting. We recorded the first episode. We are starting a series, a show named Girls Talk by Faith, not by Sight. That's me and Chanel, by the way. And we are going to broadcast uh, a episode every Sunday at 4 p.m. Central European Time. Excuse me. So set your alarm. And then we are going to talk about life. And the first uh, episode, it's going to be a series of 3 episodes, is about our walk with God and our perspective of our walk with God and everything that comes with it. And of walk with God, that's not correct. What was the name? I'm so sorry, I forgot the name. Now I need to look it up. This is terrible. I cannot remember. Oh, walking in your calling. That's what it is. I'm sorry. Walking in your calling. So how that is going, of course, and from our perspective. So please tune in next Sunday, 4 p.m. Central European Time. Set your alarm. Put it on your calendar. Every week we are going to be here. You can find it on Alicia's Words, on my YouTube channel, and on Facebook. And it's going to be a party because Chanel and I, we have so much fun together. Like, she's so much fun. So I want to come to Colorado also, Terry. I think Colorado is also beautiful. I really, really, really want to come to that side of the states also. So I want to make a, a round trip, with a camper and go from state to state to state. That's what I want to do one day. I always said when the boys were old enough, but I think they're old enough now. But I don't know where I'm going to find the time to do that with them, because our holiday breaks are not that long, so I don't know if I have enough time. We only have 6 weeks of holiday, summer holiday, and I don't know if it's long enough to do what we want to do. So when is it ever the right time? But I need, I think I just need to do it anyway. So I hope to see you when I visit. So thank you all for listening, and I'll see you next Thursday. I'll be live again on all the platforms, and I love you all, and I appreciate you all. And ciao. Oh.